Skeet 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 skeet.
It's a Saturday nooner at the Heavy Drinking Podcast. It's Saturday and it's not noon. It's actually past noon.
It's supposed to be noon.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with three motherfuckers. One of them's Dave. One of them's Jeff.
Órale, cabrón.
The last one's Jay.
Yo, yo.
But sort of fucks it up. I think we all have stuff to do later.
Yeah. Let's get this thing going.
I don't really have anything to do later.
Dude, moderation.
Nothing I can't do drunk anyway. So.
Moderately
Yeah,
fuck
I've
shit up.
worked drunk before. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't.
It's my mom's birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, mommy.
mamito.
It was actually Tuesday, but we're celebrating it today, so.
Oh, so you can be drunk.
I'm really enjoying this pepperoni and cheese platter that your wife so graciously bestowed upon
Yeah,
us.
this is amazing.
One of the other benefits of doing a midday Saturday podcast is my wife actually,
Catering.
Yes.
We have our own craft services.
So.
What's everyone been up to since the last time we recorded?
Oh, I saw Guar last week. That was fucking awesome.
Your shoes look nice.
Yeah, they're,
Yeah,
covered,
they're still covered in
covered in
blood.
blood. My beard was actually dripping blood for like 2 hours after the show. I was at
You're just walking around New Haven?
no, I went
afterwards?
over to Three Sheets and I was just drenched in blood and like my beard was just dripping blood into my beer.
You didn't take any selfies?
No, not really. But I mean, I was wearing a Misfits shirt, and that's covered in blood. My shoes are covered in blood. I bought a Guar hat, and that's covered in blood. It was pretty fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Guar, I highly recommend it. It was really good.
Blood and like a synthetic semen or something?
Yeah, yeah. So it was like
They shoot.
the cum is blue or green depending on the night. I think Odorous, the old singer, was green, but the new
He
guy's
died,
blue.
right?
Yeah, Odorous died. The new guy, I guess, was the old bass player. He's fucking enormous, like 350 pounds. He's crazy.
Jesus.
Is that how Guar fans decipher the age of like photos? They're like, I can't tell if this was when we went to go see Guar in 04 or 08.
they
He's
actually-
like, what color is this sperm? Is it green?
They have different. They have like completely different costumes, but it was a fucking great night.
They
I would
still have
highly
the big
recommend
penis they shoot.
it. Yeah, well, that's yeah.
Has the penis ever changed? or
Well, the
is it same
singer,
penis?
the singer has two penises. So like the last song, they closed with "If You Want Blood, You Got It" by AC/DC. And it was like covering that, and the whole time, like both his penises were just shooting. Like one was shooting cum and one was shooting blood, like for 4 minutes straight. And he's just like spraying the entire audience. It was fucking crazy.
Jesus.
That's pretty awesome for all of our listeners. If your penis shoots blood, you should probably go see a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably not a being from another world.
Yeah.
they're pretty awesome.
Unless you have an audience like
Paulo,
this
what'd
dude
you do
does,
this
in
week?
which case. Nothing. I worked all week.
All right.
Sounds fun.
All
It
right.
was pretty fucking boring, man. This is the most exciting thing I do all week.
You gotta get out and get that dick blood on you, sucker.
David?
I've been working a lot of webcasts from the Cap. A lot of good shows too. Finally,
Yeah, you
not
just
just doing Phil Lesh.
did-
We had Fish,
Primus.
We had oh no, yeah, not Fish. We had Primus,
Yeah.
311. Last night was Chris Robinson, Brotherhood.
Tom Segura's coming up, isn't he? Next
Yeah,
week?
the 11th, I believe.
The 9th, I think. You're working it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm working it.
Did you get tickets to that?
Sweet.
Yeah, I never know who's playing when I work. I just know the dates.
I almost. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Okay, in living color in the background.
I almost hit you up to see if you were playing, if you were working at the 311 show, because
I was.
I found out last minute they were playing there.
It was a good show. It was
Their shows are
very,
always
very nostalgic.
Yeah, their shows are always good.
How much blood and cum did they shoot at the audience?
Not a lot.
There was very little blood and cum. I think
Pass. Hard pass.
there might have been some like in the crowd, but other than that,
Oh, the
Yeah.
crowd shoots it at them.
You definitely trade quantity for quality.
it was actually fun at the Primus show though. So I was in the pit. It was a webcast. I was in the pit running camera, and it was like a Halloween show too. So like everyone's fucking dressed up and shit. And all of a sudden, like halfway through the second set, like I've got a shot on somebody, probably Les or something, and all of a sudden I just get fucking railed into the stage. Like I'm in the pit, like
Holding
so there's
a
a
camera.
barricade, and like between me and the stage, or I'm in the barricade.
Who was railing you?
I get fucking railed from
Singer from
behind. I fucking turn around and there's this fucking like dude in a Kool-Aid Man outfit laid out like behind me, like between the barricade and me, just fucking out. Apparently he was crowd surfing and got thrown over the barricade into me, and then fucking fell on the ground.
Did you
Security
make eye
came over.
contact and him?
No,
That
I
would've
just
been awesome.
I just had a job to do, so I was.
What job are you doing at that moment?
Blow.
No.
That would have been a moment that man would never forget. If you made direct eye contact after you got tossed out of the crowd and you were like, "Oh yeah,"
I didn't realize it was a
you doing
I didn't
security
realize
at
it was
the
the
time?
Kool-Aid Man. No, I was running camera for the webcast.
Oh, okay.
You would be
running
included in that
security.
man's story
I
for
was-
the rest
yeah.
of his
Why
life.
were you so close?
I was running security with my back turned to the crowd.
Oh.
That would have made a lot of sense.
That story would have been like, I was fucking crowd surfing. I had this fucking Kool-Aid costume on. And they fucking threw me into the pit with the camera, dude. He looked right at me. He was like, "Oh yeah, dude,
What?
it was so fucking freaky."
I didn't realize it was Kool-Aid till like he started walking away.
It was just a
It's
massive.
like because security
red.
came over and just like picked him
Giant
up.
red blob.
And, like, yeah. But that was so I can knock that off my list. I've been hit by a crowd surfer now.
Cool.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, I binge watched Stranger Things.
Ooh,
Yeah, I did that too.
Stranger Things. I did too.
I've been trying to do that. I keep on falling asleep halfway through episodes and then waking up later on in the season and then freaking out that I'm watching ahead of where I really am.
I've been doing that a bit too, but then I just like
Go back.
I just go back to the beginning of the episode. So I've actually finished it. You didn't finish it yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, we all finished. Well, I think we're gonna dive into that a little bit later. But what beer are we drinking today? Let's get right into that.
Well, I
shit.
want to talk about what I did this week.
Oh, no one cares.
No.
Go ahead, man.
I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time ever in my life.
Actually, speaking of Stranger Things,
yeah.
Why did you do that? And who did you do it with? I
was
can
that-
guess who you did it with.
It was a work thing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck, I'll try something new. So I had to like create a character and shit.
Were you the Demogorgon?
who was your character?
I chose my race to be of the Goliath.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And my name was David.
David the Goliath.
David the Goliath. but I
Original.
identify as a gnome. So I was David the gnome, who was a Goliath.
I didn't
My
realize.
full name was David Noam Chomsky.
What's your pronoun?
What?
What's your pronoun?
Oh, I don't-
Gnome.
Yeah, I didn't think that far into it.
Zim.
But I was a bard as well. So I was inspirational to the other characters to like lift their spirits. So I sang songs and I played the harp.
That sounds the stupidest shit I've ever
I
heard.
played the
The
harp.
only reason I know what a bard is because my daughter had a toy that had a bard. Like one of the items you could press was bard, and it would go bard and blah blah blah. It's pretty bad, man. That you were a bard.
I was a bard. I played the harp and collected the foreskins of my enemies.
That's actually part of the game. The foreskin.
That's my part of my backstory. I was
Ah.
raised by a clan of Jewish gnomes at the foothills of the mountain my race was from.
Wait.
I wish I had the soundboard working right now.
Why do they have Jews?
Because it would just fit my backstory. Because David.
That's tough, man. You should
Goliath.
have a different backstory. It's
So
hard to make.
I was a Goliath, but I dressed in like gnome clothes.
Yeah.
That didn't fit me.
No, it's just a hard line for us to ride, trying to make jokes about your D
You
and
should have been
D.
the game master, trying to put that in the story line. You had a tough time.
Were you invited back?
Yeah, oh yeah. Next week.
Do you like it?
It was fun. I mean, it was like we were like
Nerd.
no, it was definitely like a comical thing. No one was like that serious about it.
Why are you doing it then?
I had gay sex at one point
That's your
with a half orc.
What's up? What kind of D and D you guys playing?
That was
That
before the
first
game.
time. It'll get more serious as we go along, I'm sure. But it was just getting
Lubed up.
it was fun. So that's what I did.
All right, edit that part out. What was
Would you be able to? Is there a distinct difference between a regular gnome and a Jewish gnome?
The yarmulke.
weird haircut?
Are we just assuming they're all not Jewish?
Yeah. Don't assume their pronoun or their religion.
Anti-Semitism.
There was just a lot of
Fence we're
connections
riding here.
between like David, the name David, and Judaism and
Gotcha.
and foreskins.
I just the part I don't get is it's a magical land where everything's made up. But Jews are real.
Yeah, but that's
Like those aren't
So
part
are
of a magical.
not
event.
no
so
Jews.
are foreskins.
Well, that's true, I guess.
After I came up with the name David Noam Chomsky, I searched that, and there's literally you know who Noam Chomsky is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't know who he was. No one got the reference, so it fell flat. But
Well, I don't. So inform
they
me.
made he's like a political philosopher, activist.
Yeah, if you smoked weed in college, you know who he is.
But they've actually made
I
garden.
guess I would have had to go on to college to do that.
They've actually made garden Noam Chomskys. You could buy them.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
can.
he's a garden troll, like holding books.
That's pretty funny.
All right. So where were we before that?
We were gonna do some beer.
It's beer, yeah.
Oh yeah, the beer.
Yeah,
So
so
beer
the,
this week.
Can we play Dungeons and Dragons at some point though?
No, it's not offices and bosses. We can play offices and bosses.
so the beer of the week is from the beer this week is from Black Hog.
It's our second Black Hog beer.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Reviewed.
This is an adult. That's what the beer's called, Black Hog.
Yeah. It's
the
called
brewery.
a
Delicata.
Delicata Squash Saison.
We gone squatching.
Yeah,
I like saisons actually. I'm excited to try this, and I like Black Hog a lot. I like everything that they've.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I sure do. I like everything I've had by them. I still haven't been to the fucking brewery yet, even though
I
it's
haven't
a
either.
couple fucking blocks away from my house.
I might
Let's
be
do
awesome.
a remote there.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
awesome.
I might be wrong about this, but I do believe seeing a couple Instagram posts while they were making this, like a month or so ago, a couple months ago. So it looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, so it's a lightly spiced farmhouse ale with Connecticut-grown Delicata squash from a Waldingfield farm in Washington, Connecticut. They've put 200 pounds of Delicata squash in it. Also, cinnamon stick, white peppercorns.
So
White
what
peppercorn.
is Delicata squash?
I have no fucking idea.
It's squash.
It's a certain type of squash.
I want to know what makes it different.
I'm sure it's sort of ribby looking.
It probably falls
Oh,
apart.
hang on. My Google machine told me. Delicata squash is a winter squash.
Ooh.
That's all I know.
They're cylindrical fruits. Green
Thanks for
color
that fucking bullet.
with
there.
green stripes.
Let's pour some of this shit out.
Well, let's do that. We got some here.
Put it in my mouth.
I'll drink. You guys want small
To
ones?
my motherfucking
Yeah, sure.
man. Yes, this is our. What was the other one we did by Black Hog?
Beer to hog.
Yeah,
The
beer
Beer
dog.
to Hog.
That
That's
one
right.
was really good too.
Yeah,
Well, that was a
that was
saison, too,
episode
wasn't it?
6.
It was a no. It was
It was a beer de
Oh,
garde.
beer de garde, yeah.
yeah.
Gimme.
So we got a saison this time. The color looks a little dark for a saison. Am I wrong on that?
It is darker, for sure.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's not in style guidelines.
No. I have no idea about that. That's where you come in.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I've definitely had saisons that are lighter than that, but
I've already tried this, so
It's
I'm
not
kind of
like-
a step ahead of you guys, but it was pretty. It was pretty good.
All right. Well, cheers, motherfuckers.
Proust. Oh, I like that. It's spicy, very spicy. You taste the cinnamon. Taste
Yeah, the
pepper and
cinnamon's right there, yeah.
I like it.
I liked it because it sort of tasted like a mild, almost like a pumpkin beer, like a mild pumpkin beer, but it sort of tasted like an Oktoberfest,
Yeah, it's definitely.
like a spicy Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Because I'm not into like. It's funny when you sent this. I was like, squash in my beer. Like I'm not a pumpkin beer guy. Like I don't like that kind of shit. But this is more like an October with like some spiciness to it.
yeah, and
It's
it's
cool.
not too dry either, which saisons can tend to be on the dry side. But you have a nice malty backbone to it.
Yeah.
Again, it goes well with a cherry flavored nicotine lozenge. For those that are riding,
It's
the snake.
nice.
Actually, it honestly goes really well with this pepperoni and cheese that we're eating from craft.
It is
Services.
nicely spiced. It's not overdone. I don't think by any means. It's not like you're just getting hit in the face,
It's
shot
forward,
in the mouth with spices.
It's forward though. You can. It's like
Yeah, well,
right
it's there. It's not like it's not up in front
Yeah.
and present, but it's
No,
not
it's there.
like-
Yeah, I know what you mean. It doesn't smack you upside the head.
You have some spice beer
overwhelm it.
sometimes, and it's like you put potpourri in your mouth. That's always the worst.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was worried about, but this is actually really
Wait,
good.
have you actually put potpourri in your mouth?
No, I'm just saying, like, if you've ever been really close to potpourri and like fucking overwhelming, and you're just like, I can't breathe.
Yeah, no, this is good. It's not at all what I was expecting, which is kind of cool.
I'd say very good. I would say 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say it's up there. And I mean, I don't think we've had any bad
It's
beers,
a perfect
but it's
fall
up
beer
there.
for sure. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know, I'm not big on like lengthy reviews and stuff. I leave that to Jay. Jay's really good at specifics and, kind of getting in depth with beer.
He's our local expert.
Yeah, I usually just gauge it by whether I'd buy it again, and I'd buy this again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good.
Shout out to Black Hog, Oxford, right? Oxford.
Yes.
There's
Connecticut.
Connecticut, yes.
Oh, I thought it was like the school in England.
There's beer that you buy a 4-pack of and you kind of regret spending the money on.
Yeah.
And then there's beer that you buy a 4-pack of and you enjoy it. And
Well, because some of those 4-packs too are fucking pricey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this wasn't that bad.
Like-
It's $11.99 for a 4-pack.
For instance,
Like, yeah,
I'm glad you brought that
Can we
up,
talk about
David.
that kind of shit for a minute?
I went to a liquor store last night, and I know that this brewery's beers tend to be expensive, and I'm going to say their name because it's fine. It's not like a secret that single cut beers are expensive, and they make fantastic beer.
They do. I like a lot of
really,
their stuff,
really
yeah.
good beer. So I'm willing to pay for it, and I have.
But you're not.
My one gripe that I had when I saw last night, though, at a liquor store, was and there were tall boys. It was a 4-pack of tall boys of a Pilsner from Single Cut. Pilsners, if you make a good Pilsner, that's a great thing. But there's not much to them as far as ingredients. And they were selling this 4-pack for $18.99 for 4 beers. That's crazy.
$20 for 4 fucking beers?
For 4 Pilsners. I mean, I could go, Pilsners, like world-renowned Pilsners from Europe and whatnot, which have definitely better record than single-cut beers do.
Yeah.
Because they've been around for so long.
Yeah.
You can get it for way cheaper than that.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to defend Dave's math, $18.99 in Connecticut plus tax and bottle deposits is $20.
Probably more than 20.
True.
Yeah.
But okay, I don't know where's Single Cut from.
New York.
Are they? Do you know how big they are?
They're decent. They're a decent
I'm
size.
not really sure.
I mean, I've
size, to be
certainly
honest.
heard of them, but I don't think I've ever searched it out. But I have a feeling that
No,
the
I've
pricing-
seen them. I've seen them in quite a few restaurants, not just Connecticut, New York. Like I've seen them in Massachusetts, and
I have a feeling the pricing is based less on the work that goes into the beer and more of like if their operation is like they're making this Pilsner, which means they can't make anything else. So that's the beer they're making, regardless of how
Well,
no,
expensive it is.
they have.
Well, one thing about Pilsners, too, is they are lagers, so they take longer, and so they keep up like your real estate.
Right, the real
They hold
estate.
up
You're
your
paying for the
fermenter
real estate of the
for a
Yeah.
while.
of the brewery.
So I get that.
But even still, a 4-pack. Like I expect to spend.
I'm not saying-
12
I'm
to
not saying that it
12
should
to
be that
15
much.
bucks on a 4-pack.
You know what I ended up buying? I bought a 6-pack of Tall Boys of Jack's Abbey's Oktoberfest.
Oh, I think I had that at
And it wasn't
that Dewdrop.
There was no price on it. Yeah. There was no price on it, but I brought it up anyway. I was like, fuck it. They rang it up $11 for 6 Tall Boys
See,
That's
like,
awesome.
That's
of an Oktoberfest, which is a lager.
Yeah.
I paid $10 for a 12-pack of Bud Lights today.
That's made with rice. That's made with rice, you know.
You know what's really funny, actually?
Yeah.
When I
Bud
was
Light?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When
Yeah,
I-
it
when
says
I-
it right on there.
when I was
Quality rice.
when I was in New Haven,
Only the best.
we stopped at 3 Sheets before the Guar show, and I was drinking PBR Tall Boys at 3 Sheets. Then when I went over to the show at Toad's Place, I started drinking Bud Lights, and like the difference between them, like Bud Light tasted like a craft beer. It was like malty and flavorful, like compared to the PBRs that I've been drinking all night. I was like, ooh, it's like so fucking weird. Then I went back and drank more PBR.
I read a
I'm not
review.
talking
I
to
read
you.
a review for PBR the other day, and this person made it seem like it was fucking liquid gold.
So it's piss.
like what? If somehow you could if you could stud liquid with Swarovski crystals, that's what they made it sound like.
It's not liquid gold, it's gold liquid.
Yeah.
Like piss.
This beer is 7% alcohol, too, by the way.
The
this
only
season.
thing I could think of the whole time they were talking about it was PBR tastes pretty much identical coming up as it does going down, and there's no crystals involved in any of that. I have no fucking clue what you are talking about.
Sometimes when it leaves my kidneys, there's crystals in it.
The worst is when it comes out through your nose.
you got to go to a doctor, man.
No, I just push real hard and they shoot out.
You
Those
know
are
what I mean?
kidney stones, by the way.
Yeah, I don't have that. I would actually die. I think I'd like literally die if I had one. How do you get those?
Kidney stones?
Yeah.
I think just living.
Is there any way to prevent them?
It's a deprivate or a calcium buildup, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a
Something like
calcium buildup. And I think it has something to do with dehydration too, but I'm not positive.
So stay hydrated.
I am not a doctor.
And stay away from
Drink
milk.
cranberry
Got it.
juice. That's all I know. Cranberry juice helps for some reason. Antioxidants? I don't know.
I think that's for a UTI.
No, it helps because my mother used to get kidney stones all the time. And that was one of the things the doctors would tell her to do.
Don't girls get UTIs if they wipe
I saw some
back
of
to
them. They were
front?
fucking gross.
You saw kidney stones? Yeah. Did you smell them?
Yes.
I think society denies you if you wipe back to front. Pretty sure that's how that works.
So, no, I think you just get a UTI.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If women do it, they get a UTI, and
Men
that's
do
usually
it, you just get
Shit on your balls.
yeah. Well, no, it's not even that. It's not even that. When men do it, you get shit on your balls, and you get a funk that is very distinguishable. It's the old man funk.
What's that line
I taught
from
my
Cheat
daughter
America?
to wipe front to back.
You have to.
Yeah, I taught her. I was the one. I taught her.
Yeah.
I'm a,
I mean,
good,
unless-
I'm a good dad.
I mean,
Say anything fucked up about my daughter.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
That's why it got really quiet.
another good way of teaching that lesson is just taking your daughter to Walmart. Just saying, see, honey,
This is what could happen to you.
this back to front. This is what happened.
Shout out to Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, look at that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's that guy.
That dude looks like a Walmartian for sure.
This dude.
That's definitely the guy you stand behind in line the day after Christmas trying to return shit at Walmart.
Now I
He
want to.
smells like a mix of
while
stale
he's
cigarettes and taint.
Bootlegging some jarred farts.
Yeah. So before we get into this story, I'm hoping this is real, but I found it, and it's on a website called Ideas Fun. So I don't know if it's a satire site or not, but I really hope it's not because the picture and the story are
Yeah, the
perfect.
picture's
Yeah.
great.
Ideas fun. Yeah, I didn't notice that was the link you put up there.
What was he doing, Jay?
Let's see. Tennessee, USA. A man was arrested for selling his own farts in jars without even having a vending license. The man was caught by authorities, which asked him if he had permission, and the man couldn't answer. He was selling farts from different foods and with different ages. With around 150 jars, he was selling farts as old as 1 week, said the policeman.
And they call it capitalism.
This can't be
So he
real.
aged them.
But wait, here's the thing. Like I've said,
this is not-
like
this isn't
I've said
true.
in previous podcasts, never the FBI needs to put a tag on anybody who's buying copious amounts of jars, because they're either filling them with farts or penises or whatever. Well, so we had another one.
This isn't true.
Yeah.
This has got to be like some kind of joke website.
I thought so, but I
As
couldn't find
old as
anything
1
that
week,
said it.
as if they're flying off the shelf.
Yeah, because it says every jar. The next line says every jar had around 30% fart and 70% air. Although he didn't clarify that to his buyers.
So he's watering down the
Yeah,
farts.
watered down
Well, that's
farts.
that's why he
Is
needs
there
a
like
license.
Is there like
it's a funny story.
Is there like a fart hydrometer you can use? How do you figure out the percentage?
The man didn't have permission to sell those farts, so he seized them.
That's pretty silly.
How much were they going
Yes.
for?
I
it
think
doesn't
we
say.
I think we might have gotten trolled.
Yeah, that could. Be.
Yeah, we definitely did.
It's still
Well, that's
pretty-
why I wanted
it's
to
still pretty
start
funny.
with the disclaimer.
Yeah,
And cross that one off the board.
Yeah.
It's still pretty funny.
it's pretty funny. Well, let's see. All the different pages on this website are home, creative, funny, wow, animals, health, and random.
See, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not true. It could be like a site that's just cataloging funny articles from across.
Yeah. Or it's just spam.
Yeah, it can't be real.
You know, we should probably click on some of the advertised stuff on the page while we're there, right?
USA mother gives birth to 17 babies at once. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure it's not a virus.
This is all on the same website.
I'm just reading them over your shoulder.
Museum employee arrested for having sex with wax sculpture of Obama.
Wait, in the butt, or did they sculpt him with a boner?
What's this brewer's drew?
Israeli archaeologist uncovers proof Judas smoked marijuana. See, that's what happens.
So, Brewer's Droop.
Marijuana leads to the crucifixion of Jesus.
Brewer's Droop is an article that I read. Apparently, there's been a bunch of studies done that hops are leading to gynecomastia in men. So they call it Brewer's Droop because they drink a lot of beers and they get tits.
You get titties. Oh, I've heard this before. Higher levels of estrogen.
Yeah, estrogen there. Yeah,
In
you
the
get
hops.
big old titties. So stay away. Like I've always said, stay away from IPAs. I'm gonna get a shirt that says that.
I love my titties.
I love your titties too. Come put one in my hand.
So is that where like all these wait? So if women drink IPAs,
The
Yeah.
boobs get
Is that-
bigger.
Women should drink.
Every
IPAs.
woman out there that's listening, you should be pounding IPAs for your gentleman partners.
Oh, that's not necessarily true. I like little ones too.
Yeah.
Monster 49.
We don't
Jimmy
really,
Buffett.
yeah.
I don't discriminate. I don't hate on little titties.
so that's all that was really.
Yeah, I just
That's it.
wanted to warn you guys of the tits.
How much?
Too late.
How much hops do you have to take in?
Not many.
I kind of feel like I had the tits before I started drinking.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, I feel like that's from me growing up as a
Sad.
no growing up as a latchkey kid
Eating your feelings.
eating banquet TV dinners all day. I think that's where the tits came from, but it could be the hops too.
You know what happens too if you get real big titties? Kevin Spacey's coming after you.
He probably is.
Actually, he probably isn't because he only likes dudes now. So he's come out
And young ones at that.
for finally, because that's been an open secret in Hollywood forever. But apparently he's not a very nice guy either, which sucks. Because I actually like Kevin Spacey.
So what happened with the whole thing? Because the whole story I heard was that this happened like 20 years ago.
He don't like men's no more.
I don't like men's no more. Oh man, I love that sound drop. I wish our sound drop board isn't working today, so Dave has to find stuff. So
Yeah,
which
we're-
means it's not going to be working.
Yeah,
Our
it's-
trial ended.
Our trial ended and we did pay for it, but then we still can't
It's
get
a
it.
fucking $50 soundboard, and I can't get it to work.
Let's put them on blast. So, like if they
Show
don't
everybody
fix it.
Paulo eating cheese.
Yeah, we have craft services this week. It's awesome.
It's on our rider.
Yeah, so apparently Kevin Spacey did some inappropriate shit with a 14-year-old back in the day, and then about 8 or 9 people, I think, at this point, are complaining about him on
Who hasn't? Am I right?
Here's what sorry.
House
No?
of Cards.
here's what I don't understand. So he's admitted that he like made a pass at a 14-year-old.
Yeah,
A long
he
time
was only
ago.
like 22 at the time.
Nah,
Well, not that
I mean,
but
totally.
it's not like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
you know.
But like, knowing that all the accusations that are coming out now, why would he be like, "Oh yeah, I did that shit back then to a young kid, but not doing that anymore. I haven't done it since."
No, that's not what he's saying. He knew that the accusation was about to come out, so he came out and said, "Yes, I am gay, and this might have happened. If it did, I'm sorry. I don't really remember it."
But he's denying the allegations of all the other.
No, he's not denying anything.
Oh, he's not. So he's like, "Yeah, I must come back."
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was the 14-year-old a boy? Or
Yeah.
Oh, it was a dude.
He's gay.
He's gay. He came out as gay, like officially gay.
So I would just like to point out that, we could get rid of all this controversy about gays having equal rights because they could be just like Harvey Weinstein.
Wait, you don't want gays to have equal rights because they can be like Harvey Weinstein?
Wait, what?
No, I'm saying like they do have equal rights. They could be just like Harvey Weinstein. It was a bad joke.
I never said they didn't. Have
No,
equal
that's not even a joke, man.
Yeah, that was.
I just don't like. All right, sexually harassing a 14-year-old, not cool. Being gay, perfectly fine.
Oh, I didn't say there's anything wrong with being gay.
No. I'm not saying you, man. I'm just like I'm trying to like process the story in my head. I just don't understand how you use one to kind of justify or.
Well, he didn't. It was the kid.
I don't know how one comes into the story of the other.
The kid at the time, who's like
It was the
38 now,
it was the butthole. Not,
was going
not
to
the
come
story.
out and say,
No, but it's
that
like
this
somebody
happened.
coming out and saying, Kevin Spacey sexually harassed me, and Kevin Spacey comes out and goes, "I drive an Accord." It's like,
Well,
that's good.
well, no.
you still harass somebody.
Yeah, but no, that's not.
It's like
because-
I'm gay. That's.
But
good.
he had to explain, yes, I am gay, because this is a man making these accusations.
No, I get it.
So like that, they're not the same thing.
I
he's
could have
com-
put. I
are
could
you
have
s-
put that 2 and 2 together.
Are you saying that he's coming clean? Is that what he's doing?
I mean, I don't know what his wiping procedure is like. He apparently just laid on top of this guy. I don't know if he ever actually like finished or whatever. But apparently they're shutting down House of Cards because there's like people on the set that are saying shit.
Well, they were
crew members.
they were canceling that after this season anyway.
But now they've canceled the season. They're not finishing.
No,
this
they said the
season.
season's coming out.
No, then like a week later, like people from the set have been complaining, and now they've shut the season down. Season 6 isn't happening anymore. It was in the middle of production. They're not doing it anymore.
It's still a good show, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Just let it finish. It's fine.
So I don't know.
I mean, I
and for
still
everyone on Instagram Live, that was the guy from the other story we told.
The fart jar.
Yeah, that's the guy selling farts in jars.
I still learn shit from watching the
Purportedly.
Cosby's.
You what?
I still learn shit from watching the Cosby Show.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Basically, the
Is
thing
that
is,
not a popular thing to be saying right now?
but the thing is, like now all this is coming out. Like Brett Ratner's coming out, and everybody's saying that he's a scumbag. Fucking Twiggy raped somebody. Fucking George Bush is grabbing.
All right,
asses
hang
from
on.
his wheelchair.
Are we really that surprised that Twiggy
But
is an asshole?
well, that's totally. I have thoughts on that, but in general, like basically, the only thing that's happening right now is that everybody's like saying out loud what everybody's always known. So, guys are fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
yeah, what's up with
Not
all
all
the,
guys. Some guys are nice.
what's up with all the grab assing lately?
Monster 49, he's a scumbag.
No, I'm not.
What's up with
I'm
that?
kidding.
Monster49@gmail.com. I'll just do the drops from here.
Yeah, well, the thing with Twiggy is if you've ever read Manson's book, I mean, they've done a lot of fucking terrible
Is he
shit.
the one that Manson blew
Yeah, I think so.
on stage?
That was consensual, though, so that wasn't the same. But the thing is, like, they used to hire a guy to hold him up on stage because he was so whacked out of his fucking mind on heroin. Like, the fact that, like, stuff went on in his personal life that he doesn't remember is not shocking to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know what the story is there.
I think step one to all this is understanding that if you're a groupie of any sort, that you're not really wanted there for your
Well, this wasn't
intellectual views.
This girl wasn't a groupie; it was his girlfriend. She was a singer for a band.
He
Yeah.
raped his girlfriend?
Yeah,
And then, second of all, I would just
That's wrong.
Just,
Just going on.
yeah. I mean, he shouldn't have done it, but she shouldn't have been going out with Twiggy Ramirez.
That's also a poor life choice.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna
Like-
say, just rule of thumb: don't hang out with people like that. 'cause
Exactly.
they're probably a lot like what their persona is.
Right. It's
So.
It's not all a fucking act all the time. Like he's
Exactly.
showing you who he was, like well before you got in a relationship with him.
Yeah, see, I don't want to get too controversial, but like anytime, like when they have like stories about athletes that get caught abusing their significant others, or like rape cases and stuff, but ones that involve people that they're around, and I'm not victim blaming at all because it's not a good thing that it happens. It's not okay ever, right? But when you criticize stuff like that, people are like, what if that was your kids? And my answer every time is always, well, I'd hope that I'd raise my kids like better than to have them hang out with somebody purely because if my daughter is hanging out with somebody or is dating somebody purely because of what they do or their social status, like that's a conversation you need to have with your kids
Yeah.
way before that person starts beating them or sexually abusing them, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
not
making
that
the
it's-
assumption that that's the only reason they were hanging out with them. I mean,
Yeah.
they probably like. What if they were real nice? I mean, a lot of the the football players that it happens to
Yeah.
and stuff. Those were like relationships that were happening in high school before they were playing football. Like,
Yeah, but see, like this.
To clarify, you're talking about people who are known to have a certain personality. You're not talking about all of a sudden one day this great guy just started kicking the shit out of his girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
You mean
And
someone
a
who's
lot of
known
those
to be
people, yeah, and like
controversial
even with
and
athletes,
have
right?
problems.
Even with athletes,
Yeah.
right? A lot of those athletes have a reputation that might not be known in the public eye, but it's a reputation that gets figured out within minutes of being around them. Like you hang around somebody for 10 minutes, you're like, oh, you're an asshole. Like I probably shouldn't be around you. And at that moment, like I feel like there's people that at that moment they weigh out their options. They're kind of like, oh,
right.
well,
is it worth taking a punch for like a $10 million payout?
yeah, exactly, yeah.
I mean, I would.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah, do I take a little shit from this dude? Like, because when he gets signed at the NFL, NFL level, I'll be able to cash in. Like, and I'm not saying that that's what happens, but I'm just saying, like,
There's definitely motivation, though.
when I criticize those people, like, the whole argument of, oh, what if it was your kids? Well, I'd like to think my kids wouldn't be put in that type of situation where they're getting.
Yeah. Now, granted, anyone can get raped walking down the street.
Yeah.
And that's, there's no control over that.
Yeah.
But if you're putting yourself in a situation with a piece of shit
Yeah.
because you've chosen to do that, then that doesn't make, obviously it's not like your fault that you got raped, but
Exactly.
But
It's not their fault at all that they got raped, but it's.
but there's times when you need to take responsibility for your own actions.
yeah, absolutely. And it shouldn't
No,
be
but
a
it's-
hard thing.
And,
You
it's,
should-
and that
you shouldn't feel bad
responsibility,
saying that.
but that responsibility isn't you're responsible for being raped, but you're responsible for.
Well, there's cases in the
Like,
NFL.
listen, I'm not trying to blame Hitler's wife, but she had to know some shit was going down.
Well, he was gay, right?
There's cases in the NFL.
What?
I don't know.
There's
Sound like the right thing to say.
there's cases in the NFL of players abusing their wives like 15, 20 times. And it gets to like people are like, oh, the poor woman. And I'm like, she's a millionaire. And this man's hit her 20 plus, documented 20 plus times.
Yeah.
Like it gets to a point where it's like, are you just around because he's, financially supporting you, or like because
You're
so, I
delving
mean,
into,
clearly
you're
you know
delving
he's
into
gonna
a
beat you.
psychological thing.
I'm
that
just
I don't
saying,
know if
yeah.
we're qualified to weigh in on.
yeah, I don't want to
because-
weigh in on it. I don't want to weigh in on it.
Yeah,
I'm
because-
just saying like
You don't know all the
that
dynamics
gets into a
of,
territory of
the relationship. and
a whole other thing.
You look at a girl who just can't leave a guy who treats her like shit, doesn't abuse her physically, but like
Yeah.
treats her like shit, and she sticks around for fucking 10 years.
yeah, exactly.
Because
it's
things-
a mental game
Yeah.
too. Like,
All I'm saying is like the Weinstein guys that do shit like that. I think if I
can't believe we're having this conversation.
I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
edit this shit out anyways. It doesn't matter because
No.
we're just gonna edit it out. If it
We
goes
love the
south, right?
ladies. We respect the ladies. We
but
would
hang
never
on.
hit you.
But hang on, at the same time, there was another article that I brought up that pissed me off last week because now with all this shit that's coming out and on these lines, there was a whole article about Adam Sandler on a talk show, who literally he was sitting there. I forget with who. Claire Foy. He was on a talk show with Claire Foy,
Who's Claire Foy?
an actress.
What's she in?
I don't know.
So nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I think she
I've
was.
never heard of her name.
I think she's in a movie with him that's coming out or something. They were both on a talk show together anyway. And he was telling some story about like his mother or something like that, like some deep story. And literally he tapped her like his hand on her knee. Like just as a like when you're talking to somebody.
yeah, he
kinda
placed
touch
it there for a
Right.
second.
And she went to like kind of tap his hand and like kind of almost hold his hand. But he moved it when she went to do that. So everyone was like, oh, good for Claire Foy, fucking pushing his hand away. How dare he touch her, blah,
Which
blah,
wasn't
blah.
what she
Yeah,
did.
and you watch the video and like it was apparent that like she was going to grab his hand and hold his hand. And she even put it back on her leg after that.
Why can't a friend put?
That's the whole thing that pissed me off. And it was on Mashable. And like within the time that I read the article and sent it to you guys, they had already changed the title from like
Me and Jay are holding hands right now.
You know what
that
though?
feels
You
nice.
can't.
Feels nice.
Get off
You
me.
can't read into those articles because there's
No, what I'm saying is there's a whole like
The internet's-
knee jerk reaction, like fucking almost. I'm gonna say like almost like a witch hunt.
Well,
that
that's
is, like,
exactly what
everything-
this is.
Yeah,
This is a cyclical nature in society that this happens all the time. There's like literally the witch hunts. Then you have like the Russians. Then you have like the satanic panic from the 80s, like where all the soccer moms are like Satan's in the music and all. Like, it is a mass hysteria that is a cyclical thing in society, and this is just the new
and by
one.
saying that, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Harvey Weinsteins and all that fucking bullshit, but let's not fucking just jump the gun. And anytime a dude fucking touches a woman, it's sexual harassment now. Like,
this sounds terrible, but when you do that, it's really bad that I'm saying this, but when you do that, you kind of it's kind of like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, which is sad.
well, no,
because we're talking about rape.
But here's
no,
the thing.
but it's like
It's
like
really
now
sad.
now if you look at somebody or start to talk to somebody, you have to worry about shit. Is this good? Like, is this considered sexual harassment? Am I going to get fucking shit on for any kind of action that I make?
But the other thing is too, like Claire Foy's not the one that was saying that was a problem.
No, she actually came out and said like you guys are completely wrong.
So here's the thing: if Claire Foy
said there was no offense.
if Claire Foy does say that was a problem, then we can all decide whether we feel it was or not.
No. I'm saying with the public,
But the public can't just automatically say that two friends putting their fucking hands on each other is like, come on.
I
Right,
get,
that's what I'm saying.
I get what that public is trying to get to by doing this kind of stuff. And dude, you can't, trust me, you do not want, like, if a man tries to make advances towards you and they're not welcome, like, you should defend yourself. You know what I mean? And there should be like,
obviously
there should be a level of awareness in society of that. Okay. But on the flip note, you don't want a society of passive men that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't.
Well, that's where it's gonna
want that.
But how are
I'm
you,
telling you, you don't want
like,
that.
how are you supposed to get a date if like asking a girl out is immediately sexual harassment? Like,
Right.
even if you don't
that's
do
what
anything
I'm saying.
wrong,
That's
like,
what.
The only guys that are going to ask you out on dates are fucking morons that don't know better. You're going to populate this country with fucking idiots.
Well, that's been happening for a long time.
There's still a lot of women out there that just like a guy.
Because that's what it is. But you know how many times I've seen.
We gotta head south, guys. Head south for the winter.
Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times how many experiences I've had with women that were like super, like feminist, very like pro
they
pro
would hate
woman.
this conversation.
Wait, but hold on.
I mean, the past 10 minutes they hate all
pro
of it.
woman, like very like woman, like feminist
Dude,
and
I'm
empowering women.
I'm pro women.
So am I.
I'm just anti bullshit.
So am
Yeah.
I, and I'm all that stuff. And then like you meet the, and then you meet like, and then like you meet their husband or boyfriend, and her boyfriend's like, "Hey, what's up, babe?
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
going on? You know, turn around, show me that ass again." It's like this guy. She's like, he's cute though. It's like, you see though, like he has an IQ of fucking 60. You're gonna breed with that moron.
Dude, speaking of IQs of 60, I totally rewatched Making a Murderer the other day. Every single conversation on the phone with Brendan Dassey, they just like his mom will say something and he'll be like, "Yeah." Like,
Because that's what it is. Because I'm telling you, that's what happens. Because all you're going to end up with is every time a beautiful looking girl walks into a bar or into like a public establishment, you have a bunch of semi-intelligent men going, "Oh, I want to walk over there because they might get the wrong message." And it should be two idiots going, "I want to fuck. I'm going to go over there and get her number." You know what I mean?
that's a
Why did they
fair
all of a
point.
sudden become Southern?
That is a fair point.
Speaking of heading south,
Oh my God, we need to fuck.
let's stop
Yeah,
in
let's
North
get away.
Carolina
I'm packed.
Because-
My bags are packed.
because there's some hot teachers having sex with students.
Got it bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Got it bad. Got it bad.
Say what?
This is what I'm saying. She probably goes out to a bar, and every dude at that bar is too afraid to approach her, so she's fucking dudes at work.
Well, yeah, but the
Not
problem
work.
is,
Wait,
Oh,
it's not,
problem
it's
is-
not dudes
Problem
at work.
is that work is a high school.
yeah, but the problem is all the dudes at the bar are over 21. She's not into that.
Yes.
She likes apparently 16 to 17-year-olds.
Name and shame. What's her name?
Let's find out. 25-year-old math teacher at North Carolina Public Charter School has been arrested on suspicion of carrying on sexual relationships with 3 male students. Erin McAuliffe
Stunningly
was
beautiful.
taken into
The weird
custody
part-
on
they're
Thursday,
always
charged
really
with 3
hot.
counts of sexual activity with a student and 1 count of indecent liberties with a minor.
Why are they always
Which
so
is always
hot,
weird
though?
because like the females are always hot and the dudes are always creepy as shit.
Well, of course. They're fucking, they're fucking
don't
children.
know
No, but I'm
better.
saying like
Because every other dude in that class is like, I'm not going to hit on a teacher. There's no way in hell I'm going to screw a teacher that's 7, 8 years older than me. But all the morons are like, I'm going to fuck. Let me go talk to her.
So this is fired in
Do you
May.
see what I'm saying? This is the
This old
culture
story.
that you're going to end up with.
Hey, man, I say fucking crack me another beer.
I'll get you a water.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, it's not a good thing unless you're those kids.
No.
Then it's a great thing.
See, this really annoys me too. And I know this is like the most controversial opinion in the world. Dude, you remember being 17. If
Oh.
that came after you.
There's no way.
Exactly.
You are not being hurt psychologically.
No,
Like,
but there's
believe
some.
me.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. There are kids out there that are 17 years old that if that came flying at them, spread eagle, they would curl up
I
in a
think I've
ball.
seen that in a movie.
They would curl up in a ball and cry. There are. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, there are kids that aren't.
But it's not. They're not
anything.
saying rape. She just had sex with him, so it was willing.
Yeah.
What's I'm saying? That's the kids that she has sex with look like retards. I'm not using that in a derogatory sense.
Ouch! Ouch, Paulo.
Because well, come on. But use that fucking word. since
Well,
the
wait,
80s.
hang on. Do we know what those kids look like?
Well, here-
are there pictures?
Well, but here, this
17
is
is not a minor.
This
though,
is a
right?
very important distinction.
Yeah, it
they were
is.
17 and 18, which means
18 is not a minor.
every state is different.
Most states, 17 is not.
15 here in Connecticut, I think.
I think it's 16. in
16,
Connecticut.
16 in Connecticut.
But
I
either
think.
way, it's not statutory. The reason she's in trouble is because she's a teacher, and regardless, like if the kid was 24 and she was his teacher, she's still not allowed
Oh,
to fuck him.
she is in trouble.
Yeah, but if she was banging like the school like jock, like the you know what I mean, like the quarterback of the football team,
Maybe we don't know who it was.
it would be understandable. It's not. It never is. It never is. It's some Garaputo that fucking sits at home and plays.
Right.
What's a Garaputo?
So there's a one comment at
I've
the
never
bottom
heard
of the
that
page of this story, and the user's name is Super Dave. Was this you?
No.
And his comment was, "In my day, if the sexy teacher made a man out of you, you need to keep your damn mouth shut about it."
Fuck right.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't want to get too far into it, but I'd like.
No, these days the only kids that'll bang a teacher
Have some
10 minutes
experience.
afterwards are on fucking 4chan bragging about it.
Yeah, with pictures. That's the problem.
I've never gone on
Cell
4chan.
phones are the
I feel
problem.
like I'm afraid
Yeah.
to. Why?
You'd have to be racist.
To go on 4chan?
Yeah, and a little. Again, you had to be a little retarded. It's really.
No. What? To go on 4chan?
Yeah, I don't want to get on 4chan because 4chan it's a bunch of like demonic teenage coders that just spend the whole day harassing people. Yeah, I don't want to get them on our ass. I'm good with 4chan.
No, please get them on our ass. I want somebody to fucking email us or something. Like
I'm just saying. I'm
Have
just
you doing
saying.
your
every one of our accounts are just fucking sitting.
I'm just
there
saying when you
doing it.
attack.
Don't say that. Make it
When
sound
you
like we got
attack-
too
No, I'm
many
saying
to
as
get
far
through.
as emails and comments.
when you attack every minor masculine, microaggression that you encounter.
Microaggression. Did you just say microaggression?
Yes, because it's really the only way to describe it. It's just shit that doesn't exist. Like, but when you attack it all, all you're going to be left with is with a bunch of just soft, non-confrontational men, and the only people that are going to bang you are retards.
Stop saying retards, please. That's 3 strikes you're out.
Have you ever seen that episode of Shameless where they were like trying to reclaim the word?
No.
It was pretty funny.
Speaking of retards, what's going on in New Jersey?
Stop saying retard.
The word retard. The word. Oh, is it back up?
No.
No.
No, I'm just finding
The
them.
word retard is, it has a meaning.
Well, yeah, it means to slow down, to
Yeah.
retard something. It's not.
Retard does. Retard means something different. Retard means to slow something down.
Well, it's the same
Retard
word.
is a person.
No, it's the same thing. Tomato, tomato. Like
Yeah, exactly.
When I worked in New Jersey, I had an argument with the Southern trucker. I said people from the South are retarded. And he was,
now, in that sense,
no. He goes, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Well, down south, you guys talk a little slower, right? Live a little slower. Things a little more calmed down." He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, look up the definition." He's like, "Retarded." He was like, he read the whole definition. Essentially, it was to slow down. He's like, "Well, I guess we are retarded."
That's a sound drop. Mark that. Whatever that fucking time is right there. Mark that.
we'll find it in the list of
I was just laughing my ass off because I know that guy. He's like one of those people that he left that establishment and told everybody, "I'm a proud Southern retard."
Speaking of New Jersey, what's their issue with Jews?
I didn't think they had an issue, considering
They
that
do now.
the majority of the state is.
Is it?
Well, a good chunk of it.
I've never really spent a lot of time in New Jersey. I heard it's very beautiful. I actually bought a
It's
drum
awesome.
set in
Wow.
northern New Jersey once. I bought a drum set at the Jersey Shore House.
Nice.
They weren't selling it. I just met the guy there, but I figured it was an easy landmark for me to find.
No, man. But yeah, I still contest that the best bagel you can get is in New Jersey.
With a pork roll. What is it?
Oh no, not pork roll.
Was that what it was called?
Yeah, pork roll, man.
What's going on with the Jews though?
I don't know. New Jersey town proposed rules seeking to stop Orthodox Jews from moving in. Attorney General lawsuit charges.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
You're not. But this is my only this is the only idea I might have towards this. What was the name of the town?
I don't know if it says in here, does it?
It just keeps saying New Jersey.
Yeah, it just says a New Jersey town.
You look it up on a map because I have a good feeling that town's probably south.
A 9-count complaint
Jersey.
accuses Mawa's public
Mawa.
official.
Oh, Mawa, North Jersey.
What is it?
Mawa.
That's old-fashioned racism. I'm sorry. That's that old racism.
Mawa is it's a nice
That's up
town,
north,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's up north.
There's
All
like,
right,
I think
so
back
see,
in
it's kind of
Beacon-
so. I guess there was 2 things that they tried to pass that would effectively ban Orthodox Jews from moving in. One, it says the first one was something that just barred out-of-state residents from using Mawa parks and other recreational facilities, which whatever. But the second, it was introduced. It was not passed. It expanded on a ban on placing signs on utility poles to include any device or other matter, which means Orthodox Jews couldn't place their like white markers for like. I guess they have markers for where you can push baby carriages and
On
take
the
walks
Sabbath.
on Sabbath.
It's so stupid.
That they put on like telephone poles.
Why are Orthodox Jews stupid?
forgive my ignorance, but I don't know anything about
I will say, hold on. When I lived in Jersey, I lived on the line of Edison and Highland Park. In Highland Park, I got what you said. I was trying to change the subject quickly. Highland, I forget their like
God doesn't care if you push a fucking stroller. Let's just say it. Somebody say it. I said it.
I honestly don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like I don't know it.
I'm just saying, I live next to Highland Park, which is also like a very Jewish area, and they were delightful to live next to, man.
I'm not saying there's bad people, but it's like
That's why I don't understand that whole out-of-state rule, how that would affect them.
Well, my
Because
question
they
That's-
don't.
I don't
they don't
understand that one,
They
but
don't
this
travel at least 2 days out of the week, right?
But the second one,
Or, like, super
so
slowly?
The article says the measure would have prevented Orthodox Jews from installing on utility poles a white piping used to
create.
I don't know what the fuck that word is.
Used to create an
Eruv?
Eruv, E-R-U-V, a ritual boundary that allows the community members to carry house keys or push baby strollers outside the home on the Sabbath.
is that like those 2 huge sculptures in the Neverending Story where you had to run through before the
I don't
eyeballs,
roll
like, shot
on the
at-
Sabbath.
I think it's like a imaginary force field they make.
Yeah, it's like you have to run through
But
before
that's
the eyes
cool,
like
man. There's
vaporize.
nothing wrong with that. They can make that festive. They're like decorating the phone poles for you.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
I mean, it's not like lost dog flyers.
So-
it's
so-
a nice streamer or something.
So literally, they're not telling them they can't move in. They're just telling them they can't
They're just-
decorate.
they're placing things in effect that would not allow them.
and I
to
don't think
live
that
there.
the
At the
people
same time,
of,
it's stupid they can't put it on the pole. I see
Yeah,
it both ways.
yeah. And the
Okay,
people of
people
Mawa-
put shit on utility poles all the
the
time.
people of Ma, if anybody from Mawa is listening to this, you are fucking you guys are fucking yourself over on some just delicious brisket.
Mawa.
And I mean, if you
Well, it said- it said it was- it said it was
haven't had
proposed,
a
it didn't
proper
pass.
if you haven't had a proper Reuben, I mean, you're really fucking yourself over.
It
these
did
people
say that
need
the
to
law
move into
didn't
your
pass.
area.
So
Who's Ruben?
Good.
I see the issue, like I said, on both sides. It's like it's just a stupid argument. Like,
You
you're
don't
just
know
a
what a Reuben
racist.
is?
You're just a racist if you don't want them coming in and putting white markers on utility
Reuben
poles.
is a tasty Jewish.
And if you have to put white markers on utility poles, you should rethink your religion.
Jewish.
Here's my question, though, because this gets brought up a lot when you talk about people of the Jewish faith, and it's called racism a lot. But they're not a race, are they?
No,
Yeah.
they're a
It's
religion.
a religion.
Yeah,
Judaism. Well, I think there's actually, and I could be wrong, but I think there have been legislations that have
That
passed
call
to
it-
call it a race.
That sounds
Right,
like a Jewish
people.
conspiracy to me.
I could be totally wrong on that. It's very possible.
Yeah. So what we take from the story is,
Don't be a dick
Yeah, don't
on
be a
either
dick.
side of the aisle.
yeah, and Jewish people are cool, man. Have some matzo ball soup; it'll change your mind.
Speaking of
I know, soup's
dicks,
delicious.
Yeah, yeah,
Shalom.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, that.
Mazel.
Who was that guy's name
Who? Andy
at
Cohen.
the Upcycle Helmet Art Show?
Oh, Rabbi.
Our rabbi
Friedman
friend,
or something?
Yeah, Friedman.
John Friedman.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah,
He was
that was
awesome.
awesome.
But he's not. I don't think he was Orthodox.
No,
Well, he wasn't Orthodox.
No, Orthodox are like the guys with the curls and shit, right?
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
suits and
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I don't know, man. Any Jewish people listening, you guys kind of figure out dominations amongst yourself. You're all cool though. We're
Unless you're
cool.
dicks.
Yeah. We can have like a Manischewitz day, can't
Isn't
we?
there some like show about like Jewish Orthodox mafias or something like that?
I don't know.
Wasn't there some weird show like
There was Amish
True
Mafia.
TV? Oh, was it Amish?
I think it was Amish Mafia.
Okay. Sorry.
Can we do that? Can we have like a Manischewitz day? Is there multiple brands of that?
I don't know.
Did we just start a thing?
Find, yeah,
I don't even know what Manischewitz is.
Did we just start like a craft
wine.
Manischewitz?
Should we do it like as a should we do a special Hanukkah episode?
Sure, we can do that.
We have to come here 7 days in a row then.
Our president said we have to do a Christmas episode now.
Who's the president?
I'm not gonna say his name. Anybody who's listening to this podcast, the bottle of Jägermeister has been kicked. So it's about time that I admit to you guys that the whole reason we do the Trump rule is for me to.
He said it.
Oh, you did say it.
Talking
Yeah.
about it wasn't used in vain.
Sucks
though.
for you.
It's awful.
Because now the new bottle is not Jaeger, it's fucking absinthe.
Yeah, and it's shady.
From
absinthe.
Portugal?
Yeah, I smuggled that over before it was legalized here.
He's gonna drink absinthe that goes to his mom's birthday party.
Now that we're done talking about those Jews, let's talk about these bastards south of the border.
Listen, I'm uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable with this episode so far. I feel like there's a lot of beeps. I feel like there's a lot of edits. I feel like we
There
need
has
to take
been
out at
nothing.
least 4
Nope.
retards, and by that I mean the guys talking into the microphones right now.
Come on. All right. Disclaimer, everything we've said has been a joke. We have no problem with Jews.
We love everybody.
And we love-
ELE.
I think
Everybody love everybody.
it's written
That's-
above the door.
It's
that
right
should
there on the
go
wall.
without saying.
Yeah. Comedy's comedy. We like to say funny things. We're not offended by anything. Neither should
Yeah,
you.
nothing's getting edited. Fuck it all.
Hey, we're gonna probably edit this part out.
We're all
The
characters.
apology.
We're all comedy. We're all comedy characters. These aren't our real personalities.
Yeah, let's talk about my new hero, the president of Venezuela.
Is it Venezuela?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I love Venezuelan food. Valencia
love-
Luncheria, where
Yeah.
I cheated on you.
Yeah, you
a week ago.
dickhead. And you posted it on the Heavy Drinking podcast for everybody to see that
did.
you cheated on me. I was like, you son
I think
of
that
a
was
bitch.
just after we talked about it on the show.
It
Too.
was. Who'd you go with?
Myself.
What?
It's fantastic.
When was it?
It was a Wednesday night.
Could you not touch his hand? That's making me uncomfortable.
We weren't touching hands, but now we are.
Yeah.
It was a Wednesday night, and I happened to be in the area, and I was like, I am getting there before they close, and I did. And I sat at the bar, had a couple all-day IPAs, which I'm drinking right now, and some carne machada.
How much guasacaca sauce did you drink?
I put a lot of guasacaca sauce on everything.
Did you bring some home?
No.
Wait,
You
what's it
fucked up.
called?
Guasacaca. It's like this avocado cilantro puree with other shit in it. It's
Delicious.
freaking awesome.
Looks like green baby barf.
I also got some ceviche, which is nice.
Nice.
Oye, como va?
Yeah.
Ceviche.
They serve it with some tostones.
You sound like fucking Scarface. Some fucking tostones.
Anyway, so it's a shame we'll have to post a video, but the Venezuelan President Maduro, he was doing a state broadcast, and like he was talking, the camera's still on him, and he just reaches down into his desk, pulls out like a whole empanada, and just bites half of it off.
In the middle of a state address.
Yeah,
Wait, so like he just had an empanada like chilling in his desk drawer?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like imagine the president giving the State of the Union address and just grabbing a taco.
If it was our
Yeah.
president, he'd be pulling like a fucking KFC leg out because he eats fast food, I guess.
I feel like
Did you
this is-
drink that yet?
But also, if it was our president, people would have a fit
He's
about
so
it
lying.
and not think it was funny.
I took a swig of it. It was pretty gross.
Paulo did not drink it. and
I
you
did. I
tell
took a
by his
swig of it. It was
smell.
pretty gross.
He didn't drink it.
My mouth is still.
Let me smell your breath.
My mouth still tastes like licorice.
Blow in our faces.
This guy, I'm not doing that.
You didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
It smells like an old man's pocket.
Drink it. Sorry.
Wetter than
You've never had to do it. This would be your first time ever having the.
Yeah, it would.
No, I
receive
done. I've
the
done it
punishment.
before.
No.
I've done the punishment.
I've
before.
drank the absinthe before.
You drank from this bottle?
Yeah.
Are we gonna let him slide, guys? Or
No.
Just keep talking. Keep talking.
yeah, we're talking.
We're not going to talk to you, dude.
Nobody can see me buying time.
But they know.
We'll do a
just hear
social. We'll do a
silence.
social. 3,
All right, social.
2,
All right,
everybody together.
1, social.
Disgusting.
Cheers, bitch. Cheers.
Real nice.
We should
did
do
it.
that.
Oh, yeah.
We should do that and make everybody at home do it too.
Yeah.
We should get it like a sound drop for socials.
Yeah.
We got to remember to post these like videos and shit.
Yeah, the Venezuelan video is fucking
It's
hilarious.
hysterical.
He literally just leans over and eats an empanada.
I shared it at work with
That's
everyone.
great. It's really
hysterical.
great.
That's funny shit. do we want to get into some Stranger Things talk?
I mean, I don't know how much we can talk about it. Paulo
Paul hasn't finished it, and then we don't want to spoiler. We need to spoiler alert the episode if we.
We're gonna spoil. We are. All right, we will. And we're gonna spoiler it right now. But I'm gonna say if you haven't gotten all the way through it, and this includes Paulo, by now you're not a fan, and fuck you.
No, I did it in 2 nights,
Yeah,
I did too. Yeah.
and I would have done it all in one night, but
I did it
it
in 2
was-
nights, and I had to go to a Halloween party.
I was
during one.
already exhausted when I started the show, and I was like, I'm gonna watch the first episode, and then like 6 hours later, I was like, I need to go to fucking bed because it's after 2 a.m. and I have to be up in 4 hours.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah. So if you haven't watched it already, fuck off. Go watch
It was.
it.
I mean, I thought,
Pause
it was
this episode.
great.
Pause the episode right now. Go watch it and come back and finish the episode.
I heard people say that they didn't think it was as good as the first. I disagree,
I've heard that too, and
and I'm
there
gonna
are
say some
some-
things now.
there are some validity, validity to some of it. But overall, I mean, I thought the show was fucking great.
Because of the premise of the show, I feel like they don't have to explain everything.
Yeah.
Like
Well, right,
they
'cause
don't need to
it's-
bridge the gaps with certain things. It's Stranger Things. It's fucking strange. Strange shit happens.
Yeah, but a little bit of that. I mean,
I just love
some
the way that
explanation
they.
would be nice.
I just love like the year they picked for
It
it
made me
and
feel
like the
better.
setting that they set for
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's because that's when we
Well,
were
dude, I
that
mean, like
age.
the treatments and like everything is done so
I feel like the
fucking
80s,
well.
the 80s, that time was like that's when we were anticipating like what we were supposed to have now.
Right.
You know, like that's when like people wore like kind of space age looking
Yeah.
like glasses and
Yeah.
clothes and stuff because they're like, let me get ready for like when everything gets all fucking spacey. You know what I mean? Like I want to be the first one with fucking reflective pants on. You know, and then like.
I want
That was,
the
like,
aliens to be
I
able
feel
to
like that was,
see
like,
me
the,
when
that
they
was
land.
the last like neat, like not great time to live in, but like neat time to live in.
It was the last time of
'Cause everybody-
wonder.
Well, everybody's just waiting. Like,
Yeah.
It was like the anticipation right before like the door was cracked open
Right.
to like the future, you know? And I feel like the 90s, like everybody kind of was like, oh, nothing's happening. Everybody got like super sad.
Everybody got into drugs.
Yeah, but then like, but this is what kind of got fucked up because everybody got sad in the 90s and then like the early 2000s while everybody was sad, you know, like somebody came along was like, hey, why you sad? Oh, fucking life sucks. Oh, here's an iPhone. See?
Yeah.
Oh, guess I could try it on Facebook. Okay. And like it's just evolved to the fucking idiocy we have now.
But the thing is now that
A bunch of retards making podcasts.
now
and
we're
Yeah,
not
essentially.
we're not wondering what the technology is going to be anymore. It's just like now that we're so used to technology, it's like when something new comes out, it's like, oh, okay, that we have that now.
Right.
Yeah.
But like in the 80s, it was like, what's going to be happening?
Yeah, because everything in the 80s had like a little bit of nuance to it.
Right.
Like you got a Casio fucking calculator watch.
Yeah.
And you bought it not because it was calculator
LA
watch.
Gear high tops, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you bought them like you bought that calculator watch because you knew that was like version 1.0 of something fucking
Of the
amazing that was
iPhone
going to
X.
happen, right?
yeah.
And then it just didn't happen.
Well, I mean, it did. It just wasn't what
It just
we
took too
thought it
fucking
was.
long. Yeah.
I think the only thing that really bothered me, and it didn't bother me that much, was the new character Max, the relationship with her brother
Yeah.
and whatnot. And it was-
Spoiler alert: the scene where he like goes to what's her face's house.
Fights?
No, the mom.
Oh, the mom? Yeah.
dude, that
was
is
good.
hilarious.
That was
good.
so good.
That was
That is
good.
so funny.
But like they made it like seem like it was like this deep like there's just gonna be this dark thing that they're part of it. That's the way I felt anyway. And then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, okay, he's just an asshole.
Yeah, he's just a racist.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel it. I thought it was just
Wait, so
they were just gonna be an
It's
asshole.
like,
So,
oh, daddy, he got
as-
daddy issues.
as
Yeah.
we said a couple of times, we sort of fell asleep and woke up and had to start episodes over and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know if I missed the part where did he really hate that it was a black kid, or did he just really hate?
They never
that,
said.
that it was
oh,
a
they
kid.
didn't say actually.
I thought he just didn't want her hanging out with anybody.
It was specifically the black kid.
It was, but
yeah, but
they
that's
didn't say
specifically
if it
who she was hanging out with.
Right.
Like
True.
it could have been. He could have had the same opinion if it was Will or
Right.
anybody
They,
else.
they just left that open.
Yeah, I
They
think
left
that
a
was
lot
it
open.
was
That's-
intentional.
Okay,
though, too.
that was my thing though. With like when I said something darker about that relationship and them just. showing
Now
up
I
that
see
you're-
it. Now I see it.
No, because it was like. It just made it seem like there was something deeper going on and something more sinister.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think that, and that's one of
Like there was
one of
some
the things
backstory
that I
we were gonna
had.
find out.
that's one of the issues I had with this season. Like, I felt like it could have been not 9 episodes, but they could have gone a full 12 and like explained a couple things a little more.
I wasn't ready
Like-
to be done.
Like fucking like Eleven's sister.
Yeah.
They start the entire
yeah.
season with her, introduce her and her gang for like an episode, and then that's just fucking gone.
Paul hasn't seen it yet.
Well, he's seen her.
Hey, he's seen her.
He's
Has
seen
he
a,
seen the end though?
No,
No.
I haven't seen it.
No, but all right, she doesn't come back.
Thanks, man.
She's obviously going to though.
She is, but like there could have been so
They
much
used
more,
it
like,
as a
yeah.
But I think
catapult
that's
for.
well. Here's
character.
the thing. Well, I can't really say without spoiling the end, but
Don't say it.
obviously she's coming back. And there's a,
Well,
did
and-
you watch the Beyond Stranger Things?
no, I want to.
So I watched
just
that
found
whole
out about
thing,
that.
and she's actually in that a lot,
Oh, yeah?
doing interviews. So
Right.
she's obviously
I've only
like
seen the
a
first-
full.
Oh, I know. I mean, I know she's coming back
Yeah.
for 3,
Yeah.
but like, I just feel like they could have.
Yeah,
And honestly, I'm almost scared for 3 because it just seems like they're gonna tell the same story again.
No, I can see
Like-
what they're doing. It's obvious what
like-
they're doing.
Will's gonna get infected with this thing.
Oh, 'cause-
Winona Ryder's gonna make
You're
a puzzle
saying-
out of her
don't
house.
say too much because Paulo
And like,
that did happen again.
yeah, like
I did talking more about the Max chick's brother. I didn't have the same reaction you did because I actually grew up next door to one of those kids.
In New Jersey?
No, in Bridgeport. In Bridgeport.
Even worse.
And the dude drove a Trans Am, like most likely was doing like
the
heroin and shit.
stereotypical fucking.
Yeah, and crank and shit in his attic. But yeah, dude, I was waiting for that dude to put on like the Guns N' Roses flat top baseball cap and fucking, like belly shirt. Remember the dudes
Oh
in the
yeah,
80s used to wear
he was
belly
wearing
shirts?
it. He wears it at one point.
Does he?
Yeah, I
he's
think
lifting
when
weights.
he's working out in the
He's
house.
lifting weights,
yeah.
smoking cigarettes, doing
Yeah,
curls.
yeah.
To what was it? Metallica on the fucking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's kill them all.
yeah.
All I know
Four
is,
Horsemen, I think.
have you seen the? How far? Have you, what episode are you on?
7.
7.
Has 11 gone to the city yet?
Yeah, he saw
and
he
met
saw
her
her
sister?
sister.
Yeah.
When they
That's
started
like
playing
5.
fucking Runaway by Bon Jovi, I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I saw your post about that.
There was a post on Instagram that showed like 11 from season 1, and then like after she goes all goth, and it was like after you hear New Order once.
I'm going to say this, and in a vulnerable position. Those kids are fucking great actors.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
No, they are.
And I fucking,
Honestly,
and I fucking,
Dustin's my favorite. I think
Yeah.
that dude's just got.
he's
Like,
my favorite in the show, but he actually.
You know why he's
some
my
other
favorite?
stuff I've seen him in. I don't.
You know why he's
annoys
my
me.
favorite? Because when I'm about to fucking cry, he makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's.
I've actually gotten
great in the show.
teary
He
eyed
is.
watching the show, and then like he'll say something funny. And I'm like,
I love all those.
Oh, yeah.
kids.
it's
I
his
wasn't
fucking
crying.
squinty eyes.
Yeah,
I think that's what like he has that
He's expressive.
smile. Yeah, like
But
He actually
So-
has like a degenerative disease.
he has a foundation. Like he started.
maxillofacial something. Or
Yeah.
But you know that
Sounds pretty-
Nancy.
sounds pretty hot.
You know Nancy.
Yeah.
So then she's got that boyfriend that's like Will's brother,
Steve.
Steve. Steve just got arrested.
Really?
He was trying to come to the premiere because he's from England. He was
Oh,
flying
I
from
saw
London to
that.
LA, and they found coke in his bag.
Wait, which one? The one with the
Steve.
hair?
Steve. Yeah.
Will's older brother.
Yeah, the one with the
No,
the
the
Farrah
other
Fawcett
one.
hair.
Oh, okay.
So he was coming from no, the other one, Will's brother.
Oh,
That's Steve.
The Max is. Oh.
The one who.
Yeah. Will's brother.
Two Steves, right?
Yeah.
What about that other character, the journalist? He's a great.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Oh,
too.
Brent Ratner. Wait, no, that's that guy. What's his fucking name?
I think it's the same guy, and this is what we talked about at work.
Oh, I know his name. It's on the
Is
tip
it
of my
the same
tongue.
guy from the other guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
in tons of shit.
Yeah.
He was like,
hilarious.
Christina,
Yeah. It's
come to-
Christina.
you come to my house, you say my wife's name
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I can't think of his name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's Brett or Brent something.
I don't remember it all, but
Brett Gelman,
okay.
I think. He's fucking hilarious.
He was
He's
funny.
really funny, and he's great in this too. They showed him in the the scene when he gets them to like hook up when they're like they sleep over.
Oh,
at his
hey,
house.
did you get? I don't know if you got that far. Did you?
Well, he won't even know what I'm talking about because I'm not saying names. But at the next day when they're having
Oh, I saw
breakfast,
that part. I know you're talking
and he's got the eggs on his fork and it falls off and he just goes, "Whoops!" I thought that was like wasn't planned and it was like ad libbed, but apparently it was real. It was in the script.
Oh,
and
it was? I thought that was a
But
mistake,
also,
too.
apparently, it was really hard to do because it took like 100 takes because he couldn't get the eggs to fall off the fork. But it's
like to me,
like a bunch of
to me, when
outtakes.
I was watching it, I thought it was.
I thought it was ad lib.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, whoops. That was a great scene. That was such a great scene.
It was.
So yeah, Stranger
I'm,
Things.
I'm trying to look up his name.
I think it's Brett Gelman.
The nostalgia of the show is cool. I kind of, you know, this season.
It is.
2,
I think they're playing it a little too hard, though.
You know what though? The season 2, they kind of got away from like using a lot of the old school like camera angles and shots and shit
Yeah.
and effects. Remember the first season? Like they
Yeah.
used a lot of like the old, like even like the like the text they would put up for the credits and shit. They
Dude,
would kinda
the
do, like,
fucking
old-fashioned
theme music
way.
blows my mind. I love it so much.
Yeah.
I think
I
it was
just,
one of the
the
dudes
opening credits
from
is
Nine
just
Inch
fucking
Nails,
awesome.
like Atticus
Is it?
Finch or Atticus Ross or whatever his name is.
Yeah, there's
Atticus Finch
there's
is
very
not-
few shows that do that. That like
It's like It's from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, then Atticus Ross is the dude from Nine Inch Nails or something. I
you know
don't
what show used to do that for me? Have you ever watched Weeds?
Yeah, I liked Weeds.
The theme song to Weeds used to fucking get
Yeah.
me every single time it would come on. The Tiny Boxes song.
Yeah, but then they like every episode was like a different artist
Yeah,
doing
after the
it.
first after the first season they started changing it up.
But the Beyond Stranger Things, the like the talk show interview thing afterwards is got like the theme song in a remix that fucking bangs. It's like so good. I'd like play it in my car. It's
Yeah.
like really good.
If anybody listening would like to like
We should go out on the Stranger Things theme.
Yeah, we should. If anybody else listening to this wants to try to like watch another Netflix show that's out there that they haven't gotten into yet, OA is awesome.
Yeah, the OA came out last year, I think.
Yeah, I think season 2 is coming out in the next couple months.
Yeah, so get into it now if you
Gives you
haven't.
time to catch up
Yeah.
on it.
I'm gonna go pee.
We can do our spirit dance once everybody's caught up on season 1 of it. Be good stuff. See, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Talking about Stranger Things?
No, OA.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw OA?
I don't know.
Spirit
Yeah.
dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like weird but good.
We should learn how to do it just for the
That
fun.
was a good show.
That
Are
was
they
a
doing it in
great
a second
show.
season?
Yeah, second season's coming out in a couple weeks.
Okay.
If you're wondering why I have to go over everything again with Jay, it's because he was in the bathroom
I was peeing, touching my dick.
and Jeff was talking about Stranger Things.
Now Jeff is in the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, and just kind of left us on hiatus.
While we listen to this
Yep.
intro music, I just want to let everybody know that if you buy York peppermint patties to give out to kids, you're going to rot in hell.
Why? They're delicious.
Not for
I
Halloween.
hate them.
Oh, I love them too. I'm eating one right now. I'm just saying. I just remember as a kid getting them and just fuck all those people.
And that brings us to adults. What do we got this week? Actually, I found this one, and it's
Yeah, you
really
did.
funny. I just read the headline. I didn't read the article, but
As you normally do.
yeah, well, I find good headlines, and I just send them to the Slack, and then let everybody else literally pick up the Slack.
Good headlines.
Yeah, so the headline I found, scroll down again. Male lions having sex in Kenya has censors roaring over crazy gay animals.
I feel like we need to read this whole article
Yeah, let's
because it gets better somehow.
It does.
That's
The whole
headline.
article is so good.
2 male lions photographed while seemingly having sex has fur flying in Kenya, where a local moral leader and censor blames the same-sex behavior on gays who visited the area. These
gays who visited the area.
It's a lot of
'Cause
people
it's-
going on safari.
It's kind of like Stranger Things. It gets infested in you.
These animals need counseling because probably, this is a quote, these animals need counseling because probably they have been influenced by gays who have gone to the national parks and behaved badly. Ezekiel Mutwas, the head of the Kenya Film Classification Board, told Nairobi News.
Which why is he like he's the head of the Kenya Film Classification Board? So why?
Because it's a video of 2 lions fucking. That's a film.
I don't know. They must have copied it somewhere, or it is demonic. Mutua added, because these animals do not watch movies.
I feel like you need to. I feel like we need to go back and read all this with a Kenyan accent.
I don't know how to do
These-
that.
these are
It'll be
demonic.
offensive if I try.
How do you exactly do you give 2 lions butt fucking each other therapy?
All right. The funny thing is here, because the animals do not watch movies was a quote from this guy.
Yeah.
And then this article says, not even, open quote, the Lion King, end quote. It doesn't say who said that or if anyone actually said that, but it's funny regardless.
let's break down the scenario that they're trying to put forth here. Gay men in large quantities going on safaris
fucking each other
in Kenya.
in front of lions.
Yes, and then halfway through the safari, getting out of the vehicle against the warning of the driver to then have sex
In front of a lion.
In front of a lion.
And the lion is smart enough to know that that's two males, and I should do that.
Yeah, and instead of being like, I'm going to eat them, he goes, ooh.
Listen,
He looks across the way at his buddy, like, "You seeing that?
He goes, rawr.
He suggested that the lusty, open quote, lion lovebirds, end quote, his term, could have copied the homosexual acts after watching a gay couple have sex in the reserve.
Just one.
Who goes to a national reserve and
Man.
when there's wild beasts around and just gets naked and starts
all I'm
fucking?
saying is, with my luck, I'm gonna be stuck out in the bush or the outback somewhere, and there's a lion, and me and a buddy, and I'm gonna bring up dude, this is gonna sound crazy, but
Yeah. No, he won't eat us if we just fuck each other.
They don't kill the guys who fuck each other. They just watch you and I guess copy.
Yeah, I love this next quote. So this is another quote from Mutua, or whatever the fuck his name is. I mean, where on earth have you heard of something like this happening? The demonic spirits inflicting in humans seem to have now caught up with the animals. That is why I will say isolate the crazy gay animals, study the behavior, because it's not normal.
It's such a stupid fucking
The
story.
belief extends beyond lions. The KFCB banned Disney's Andy Mack because the show added a gay character. And then Mutua says, any attempt to introduce gay programming in Kenya will be met with the full force of
Is
the
that because of the
law.
lions?
They don't like gays.
They don't like
Apparently,
yes.
No, I've seen this guy talk. You see videos. He's like,
Is he the guy that says all the really
the
crazy,
poo-poo.
crazy
He
shit?
goes,
yeah.
the poo-poo.
Yeah, they eat the poo poo. They eat the poo poo.
poo.
I didn't realize it was that guy. This guy's fucking crazy. But he's actually like an elected official. Or I don't know if they
that's
have,
the
election.
That's the problem. And come on, Kenya, get your shit
I'm
together.
just saying, you're stuck in that predicament.
The lions are like, hey, we're
You
not
got-
going anywhere.
You gotta look your bro. You gotta look your bro in the face.
Queer
and-
here.
We're
queer.
queer and raw.
Get used to it.
You gotta look your bro in the face and be like, "My man, are we getting eaten by a lion, or is this getting gay?" Because really our only choices right now.
I want to train a lion to not eat people just so I can take my
Alone?
friends out into the woods and be like, listen, we have to have sex or else it's going to eat us.
I don't like men no more.
I love that guy.
I don't like men.
And that guy was clearly lying, by the way. We know that, right?
Yeah.
And that sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
I like women's.
That's one of my favorite videos on the internet. I've watched it like 100 times. We should put that one up on the.
That is. Yeah,
on the
I'll
Instagram.
post that on.
Yeah.
Talking about gay sex, how about having a erection for that last 4 days while you're an inmate in prison? That is inviting.
I feel like that's just peacocking.
that is inviting
Segue.
too much. Too much.
I feel like that's just peacocking and showing off at that point.
What is this? It's called priapism, right?
Oh yeah,
It is.
practice.
Your wiener won't go down?
There was a local band that you guys used to play with called Priapism.
So there's
Why? Why?
Oklahoma inmate is suing authorities. He says refused treatment for a painful erection that lasted nearly 4 days. He was a 32-year-old Dustin Lance. Says the erection.
Of course, his name's Lance.
Says the erection began December 16th after he swallowed an unidentified pill he got from another inmate. First of all, why are you taking a pill
Yeah, why you
from another
swallowing-
inmate?
Because you're in prison, dude.
What else are you doing, right?
Yeah.
How do you not know what a Viagra looks like?
He wasn't
the
taken
most
to the
popular
hospital
pill out
until
there.
December 19th. He seeks $5 million from. Yeah, fuck this guy.
Dude, that's $1.25 million a day that his dick
Yeah.
was hard. Wait,
You
that's
got a
1.
painful erection?
What,
One-
but what,
You have no
So,
rights.
wait.
You're an inmate. You have zero rights.
what is the prison gonna do? Give you a fluffer? I don't understand.
You took the pill, idiot. Deal with your painful erection.
Ed, your boner.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Cut it off? I feel like if his name's Lance, he should have known what he was getting into. And, a 4-day boner in a prison's got to make you a pretty popular.
He was
boy.
in jail for burglary and drug possession. It's like, who cares? His boner hurt.
Yeah, I guess that's one way
you know?
of keeping guys away from
I
you.
mean, you are being.
But wait, did you
Punished.
read the last thing from his lawyer in there.
Last thing from his lawyer.
The update.
It'd be great if you made a dick joke. I feel like this story is
nothing.
lacking dick jokes.
Like an asshole.
I don't know what you're looking at, Dave, but this is the article.
I'm not looking at it right now, but I read it before.
You know what I actually
Anyway.
you know, like where priapism comes from. There was a Greek god named Priapus, and they used to make statues that had huge fucking boners. And when women were married, the first, like, to break their hymen, they would be placed on top of the statue of Priapus. So they would bust their hymen with a stone dick in front of their entire family. So like all virgins were deflowered by a stone statue of a god named Priapus with a huge hard cock.
Huh.
The more you know.
I gotta find that as a drop. Oh, so here's the paragraph I was talking about. Lance had been jailed on burglary and drug possession charges. His condition now is not known, although his lawyer said Friday that Lance is alive.
Oh, he survived.
Like,
He survived an erection.
like that. Like that's his lawyer's official statement. He's alive.
His asshole whistles in the breeze now, but he's still alive.
Which, if
Speaking
we
of
just-
painful erections and painful dicks,
yeah,
Yeah.
we're just going dick hard.
I put my
This
dick on the
episode.
line for a lot of things. A hot dog is not one of them.
The irony in shooting yourself in the dick while trying to rob a hot dog stand is just, it's too thick.
Oh, and also, not for anything, but if you're the guy who runs the hot dog stand, I mean, do you have to be an asshole and call the police? The dude just shot himself in the dick. Is that not enough punishment?
No, it's not.
Damn it. There's a tack nail sticking out from the bottom of the bar.
Oh, sorry. That's just a nail.
Jeff
nail.
broke a nail.
it's not a tack nail; it's a nail.
Yeah, those go away once I put the mold
There's
in.
actually a bunch of them.
Yeah. So this motherfucker tried to rob a hot dog stand. He's 19 years old, and on his way out from robbing it, he shot himself in the dick.
Florida?
Florida man.
It's either Florida or Jersey.
Sadly.
It doesn't say.
If it's dickless, it might be Texas.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chirac.
They make good hot dogs with their toppings.
Oh, it might have been worth it then. I had like the pickle on top and the tomato wedges.
Yeah.
Didn't they? They said it was like a 38. I
That's
don't know
not a
how.
hot dog then. That's a
pretty
kind of
big
misleading headline.
caliber, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He must have had a fucking huge cock if it could stop a 38.
It's a Chicago dog.
Yeah,
I got shot
you
in
think
the
he shot his dick off?
Off?
Well, you would think. I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
With a 38.
Pouncey
yeah.
was arrested at the Oak Lawn Hospital not long after he was found slumped on the steps of a home across the street from a West Poland restaurant. That Chicago police say he robbed at gunpoint at about 6 a.m. on Halloween.
Who's selling hot dogs at 6 o'clock in the morning? That's definitely not Chicago. That's New Jersey for sure.
Pouncey was unable to run further because of the pain of a self-inflicted gunshot wound suffered when he tried to adjust the 38 caliber pistol in his waistband as he ran off after robbing the Maxwell Street Express.
Oh, so
Well,
he
sucks to
robbed
be
it
him.
and then put it away.
Yeah, he put it back in his
Damn.
pants and then he went to adjust it and shot himself in the dick.
He pressed
Well,
the
you
gun to
deserve
the
it.
head of the 39-year-old worker at the place while he tried to rob it. Good, he shot his dick off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better off. He shot
yeah,
your dick
you
off,
deserve
pal.
That's a Darwin Award.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
no, I
really.
think you have to die to be Darwin Award.
Well, he's at least in the running
Yeah.
at some point.
He did it in front of them, too. Still pointing the gun at the workers, Pouncey stooped over to collect the cash because they were putting it in like a bucket and it spilled. Where was I?
No, it was a bucket of grease.
He
that
stooped
spilled.
over to collect the cash and shifting the gun in his waistband as he ran out, he apparently pulled the trigger, firing a bullet that struck him in the penis.
Can you imagine just being the dudes that just got robbed and then seeing the dude shoot himself in the dick as he runs out?
Yeah. That's why I'm laughing.
That's awesome.
That would be amazing.
It'd be
Instant
great if
karma, baby.
it'd be great if as he was running away, the guy was like, "Fuck you! I hope somebody shoots you in the dick."
This is Pouncey's blood-stained boxers match the underwear he had on in the surveillance video, which clearly show the pattern
Wait.
of the fabric
What?
when his team
So
bent
his
over to
underwear
collect the
was
money
showing?
that had fallen to the floor.
Well,
Pull
yeah.
up your pants!
Bro, you gotta pull your pants up.
You know?
That's just not practical. You can't run with your pants halfway down your waist.
I bet he didn't even get enough money to pay the hospital bill either.
Oh hell no! Have you been to a hospital lately? It's fucking
Dude, I want to know how severe the injury was. Like,
A Chicago dog's like
one
$6,
bullet
though.
to the wiener. One bullet to the wiener seems like, even from like a 22, would be devastating.
from a BB gun. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's huge, and a 38 would still do some damage to it.
Although when you get kicked in the junk, you'd rather get kicked from straight on because then you're
It's your beanbag that hurts,
yeah,
really.
your dick kind of takes the brunt of the you know what I mean?
Speaking of beanbags, flyingcornhole.com.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned those guys.
We haven't mentioned them at all.
We'll edit it into later.
Yeah, we will.
We should make a
that was
proper commercial and then just play that over and over again.
Yeah, we should make a
Eventually.
commercial of us playing on the set that they gave us.
I went to Bad Sons the other day, and they had a huge thing of cornhole outside.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I was there a week ago.
I was there yesterday.
Why don't you tell everyone else too?
I
you go.
did.
No, I just meant talking to the microphone, Dick.
Oh.
Wait, what does... You said talking to the microphone, Dick. What's the microphone, Dick?
That's the head of it. Top.
Gimme.
What else we got?
All right,
Are we
so,
done yet?
I think we pretty much are done.
Oh, of course. I forgot.
Just when you
Can't have an episode without this guy.
without XXX.
Although we may be having an episode without this guy soon.
Yeah, depending on how he goes. Our boy XXX Tentacion.
I don't think you should call him a boy.
in the new. I said our boy.
I don't think we should. I don't think we're allowed to.
No, I think that's fine.
I'll call him.
That's
It's
fine.
fine. We have an understanding. He and I.
Which I'm trying to get a hold of him still. I tried through Twitter.
Have
I
you
tried
really
through
tried?
Facebook.
That'd be hilarious.
Instagram's the next step.
So he's going, like we've said
just
in the
deleted
past
his
couple
Instagram.
episodes, he's going through some shit. He's young. He's 19. He doesn't know how to handle the pressure. Look, he has a lot of fans. A lot of people follow him.
Oh yeah.
So the pressure of that being so young and whatnot, and the allegations of abuse that he's asked to go to court for. He's got people, friends, Ski Mask the Slump God, who is
That's
apparently
like
another
the
rapper.
greatest name
It's a
ever.
pretty good name. He distanced himself from Triple X, and now X is saying that he said he's not making music anymore. He canceled a multi-million-dollar deal
Yeah, it
with
was-
Capitol
yeah.
Records.
Huge deal. Well, he said he canceled it, but he also said he
yeah.
was taking his music down. He didn't.
Well, terminating his alleged record deal with Capitol Records, and now he's saying that he just wants Ski Mask to be friends with him again, and then he'll keep making music if he does.
Mr. Ski Mask.
If he does Mr. Ski Mask to be friends with him.
What's a slump god?
I don't know.
I really like his name.
So he apparently he deleted everything off his Instagram
Yeah.
page.
Maybe he has like spinal
Yeah.
stenosis.
I did when I was just on Instagram doing our live video. He did have a Facebook story up, or sorry, an Instagram story up there. Not like on his page, but like the live story thing you can do. So he's still active, and he had a story up there, but that's probably going to go away soon.
Yeah, it only lasts like 24 hours.
Yeah. I couldn't read everything. It was like big, long text blocks that were up there for like 2 seconds, so I couldn't read anything. But
I'm going to go ahead and say that we're not lucky enough for him to stop recording music. And,
I hope he doesn't.
We're pretty much going to have to deal with him for a while.
I hope he doesn't. I was kind of digging on him, man.
Yeah. Paulo always hating. So like 2 weeks ago though, there was 2 weeks ago there was video of him at a festival he played. Like something happened, like someone hit him while he was like in the crowd at a show, and like so he just started beating this dude in the head with the microphone.
Okay.
And you can
Well,
see-
I did
the video
see a
online.
post from him that he said like that's just kind of like he came out right after the concert and was like, before anyone sees this footage, I just want you guys to know like this is something that happens at my shows. Like my fans understand. Like I'm all good. You can come in and hit me, but I'm gonna hit you back, and like it's whatever, and like we're still all good, and blah blah blah.
That sounds weirder than Guar.
Yeah.
Well,
So he's a troubled young man. We know that, but we love him. Three of us love him, and
Three of us.
keep doing what you do.
And we're behind you, as long as you didn't beat the shit out of that poor girl.
Unless she came to your show and understood.
If you
that
did,
that's how it works.
if you did XXX, if you did, then I hope you end up in jail with a 4-day long erection. And I mean that in love. It comes from a loving place.
That's a penal colony. But dunce. All right, well, I guess that's it.
That is. Do we have
That's
any
it.
plan
That's,
for future episodes? Should we talk about that?
I mean, we kind of.
We're recording on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
the plan is we're gonna have more episodes, and we're gonna have more guests, and we're gonna drink more beer, and
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about more things.
That sounds fantastic.
Shout out to Dave Crumb, the other Crumb brother. I think he's going to come on and hang out, and we got some other people lined up.
Yeah, Johnny from Armada Brewing Company, I think, is going to be slotted to come in.
Yep, we're working on him. We're working on
Triple X.
we're working on getting Jay from Flying Cornhole, who is our first official sponsor. Again, thanks to those guys for hitting on. We're also talking to Doug Henry.
He hit on?
Yeah, just stop. Just
You stop.
I know I fucked that up. Can you
I don't
have
know
your
what's going
computer
on.
stop doing shit?
It's because I play Dungeons and
I'd
Dragons.
also like to mention that even if we don't have direct contact with you, if you have any kind of redeemable skill, I mean anything.
Yeah,
If you could roll your tongue.
we'll talk to you.
Yeah,
if
we'll put you on.
definitely talk to you if you can roll your tongue. Yeah. What were you saying about Doug Henry?
He's just another guest we're gonna get on.
Yeah.
He's starting his own brewery up in Torrington, and we're gonna
Connecticut.
get him on and talk to him about the whole process of getting the town approval and going through zoning and what it takes to actually start a brewery. And anyone else out there that wants to get a hold of us,
Yeah.
get in
Nice
touch with us.
cans with the
Do
Z.
Yeah, I can get Mia.
Oh.
If we need her to come in, we can get her. No,
Yeah,
she said her
hit
name
us
on
up
the
at-
Oh,
podcast.
she did. All right.
Have a drinking podcast, gmail.com, or call us at Dave.
Yeah.
203-463-4043.
Also, big thank you to
We'll
all.
figure out something that it spells so it's easier to remember.
Big thanks to all the people that
I
follow
think it
us
spells the Slump God.
follow us on Facebook and on Instagram and everything. Not a lot of you, but you guys comment every once in a while and like all the photographs. It's nice. It's nice
Yeah,
feeling.
it's awesome seeing all our followers. Send us a message. Hit us up on Instagram and Facebook and comment. And we like it. It makes us feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do it
And-
for you guys. Not really. We like it.
Yeah, we like hanging out with each other. And you guys
And
get to
tell
meet
us
them.
anything, even if it's something you think might be inappropriate. We really don't mind.
Topic you want us to talk about.
Anything at all.
Exploit some minorities.
Or a beer
Yeah.
we should try.
If you have
Yeah.
questions about your pelvic floor, we can answer them for you.
Paul's an expert.
Send us beer. We'll gladly take samples.
And pictures of yourself, your pelvic floor. We do that too.
Can you do that?
Let's not.
Maybe a GoPro.
No, let's not do that.
That's like some inner space shit.
That's some awful
Dennis
stuff.
Quaid.
It's a terrible movie.
It's a great movie. Bite your tongue.
All right, guys.
All right. So
We're pretty much done. Everybody else here has something to do because it's Saturday. So
Hey, Jay.
Yo.
Guess who my favorite author is?
Who?
David Copperfield.